Today we're making Turkish style pita pizzas. The recipe is based on a traditional Turkish street food called lahmacun, and which means meat with dough. So basically a meat pizza. It's very quick and simple, nutritious, family meal or to serve to your friends. Let's get started by making the meat topping. So here are the ingredients we need to use. 1 chopped onion, coarsely chopped, and we'll be using 2 garlic cloves. 500 grams of mince. I'm using lamb mince, but you can use beef or your favorite meat. A beautiful array of spices, some pine nuts, some tomato paste, and some cheese. So let's get started. Let's put on our pan onto a low to medium heat for the onions. Never cook your onions on high heat because they lose their natural juices and they just end up being these dry little papery bits. Tablespoon of olive oil. An onion is about the only thing that you can ever put into a pan that's not hot. They just like to sweat, release their juices, and then they cook in their own sweet juice and they don't dry out and they have lots of flavour of onion. So that's on low. Then we'll have 2 garlic cloves. Give it a bash to release the skin. Just going to roughly chop these and then mince them. Okay, so our onions are slowly cooking. Let's pop in our garlic. And once these are transparent, which means they're semi-cooked, then we were going to bump up the heat and add the meat. I had these onions already chopped before, but if you want to see how to peel an onion, go to my YouTube channel, and in the knife skills video you will see the best way of peeling and chopping an onion. Oh, these are so fresh, I feel like a good cry. The onions are transparent. I'm going to turn up the heat to high and add the minced lamb. Just keep it moving with your spoon so that we don't have big clumps. Just want to separate the clumps. The meat is now cooked through, it's changed colour, and you can see there is some liquid there, and that is mostly a little bit of the juice from the meat. I chose a mince that wasn't too fatty. If you have too much fatty, and you know it's fat because it really deep fries the meat, then just strain off some of the excess fat. But this is just a little bit of juice and a little bit of fat. It smells beautiful. This steams like a Turkish steam bath. Good for the complexion. Okay, we're ready to put the spices in. Look at the beautiful colours. Really lovely. And there's a variety of spices here. We've got the cinnamon for a bit of sweetness. We've got salt for balance. We've got paprika for colour and a bit of zhuzh. Cumin, which is an excellent amalgamation spice to bring it all together. We have some ground ginger and a bit of black pepper. So let's stir those all through. Oh my goodness, that is really smelling good right now. Wow. The dry spices have absorbed some of that little excess liquid that I had. And every now and then just stop stirring, just so you can see a little bit of where the meat catches the pan. This just means that it will brown here and there. I don't want the whole thing all browned all over because then it will be dry. But I can already smell that lovely caramelized flavour, and it is the cumin and the spices and so on. Beautiful. Just about ready. We're going to add the pine nuts. These are just natural pine nuts. Remember to keep these in the fridge for longevity. Keep all your nuts in the fridge. Even though a pine nut isn't strictly a nut, they have oil in them, and any nuts with oil go rancid at room temperature. Keep them in the fridge. Or if possible, keep them in their original shell. And that is our pizza topping. We're going to put that onto a plate, a cool plate, let it cool down because it's a little bit too hot to put on top of the pita bread at the moment. Beautiful, just let that cool a touch. to compile. I have some pita bread, which I keep in the freezer. This one is a Greek style one. You can use whatever you can find in your local stores. Some tomato concentrate. Let's just spread that over sparingly. Lovely, beautiful. Then we're going to add some cheese, and I have a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar. Around where I live, I can't access Turkish cheeses, so this is a good alternative. And then we put the meat on top. In an ideal world, you would have cooled down this meat perhaps in the fridge. You can even make it in advance the day before, and as it's going into a hot oven, it will heat up. Oh, the smell is just divine. Okay, we spread it out and we pop these little beauties into a 200-degree fan-forced oven for 10 minutes. We'll check, it might be 15. Here we go. 1, 2, and see you soon. Oh, it's ready. Oh yes, they look ready. Lovely and crispy around the edges. Just slightly soft in the middle where the meat was. It's just perfect. You don't want it crispy all the way around. Lovely. Yum, yum, yum. So our topping for the pizza, because it's not quite ready yet, I've got some lovely feta here. We just take it out of the liquid and on a paper towel dry it, and we shall crumble a few bits of feta over, some larger, some smaller. This adds a slight saltiness and creaminess and colour. Next we're going to put on some parsley and some coriander. Now traditionally in this lahmacun, the herbs would get folded through the cooked lamb just as it's coming out of the pan. But because I'm serving it slightly different, it's not street food, we're going to eat it inside. Wouldn't that be funny if I served it on the street? Not too finely, you want a bit of substance to your herbs. Sprinkle over, again, colour, nutrition, texture, and on top of that, last of all, we're going to put some extra virgin olive oil, which in the industry is called EVO. That beautiful, lovely Mediterranean style colour, texture. It keeps the herbs together, beautiful, adds flavour. That lovely colour on the white feta. Looks stunning on a platter, but you need to cut it up first. Oh, I love the crunch sound on the outside. Look at that. Beautiful Turkish style pizza for your family or your loved ones. Remember, feed them nutritious, colourful, delicious, and serve it with love and a smile, because everyone you cook for deserves it. I can't wait to have it. It smells divine. Remember, if you want the recipe, go to kitchenjazz.com.au, recipe and photos. Bye, see you soon, enjoy cooking. Oh, look at all that oozy, beautiful, gooey cheese. I could tell a joke about this, but it might be rather cheesy. Sorry.